Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Victoria.
How are you guys doing?
We're
Good, how are
doing great.
you?
Thank you.
Good. I
Thanks.
am so excited
Al.
that I'm so excited that we get to chat today. I can't wait to hear more about your story and let's just dive right in. Ella, tell me, how did you find pickleball, and give me kind of your backstory into how you started playing, and then again with you, Angie, as well, if you want to add anything too.
Okay, so we started playing about 2 years ago, actually around this time of year. It was on two courts off the side of a trail that we walked on every day. And I actually got into it first. My mom, she liked it, but she didn't like it as much as I did. So I was there playing for 3 hours one day with my dad, and she called me and she was surprised I was still at the pickleball courts. And then like a week later when my mom got into it, we were at the courts the entire day on the 4th of July, just playing for 8 hours.
Yeah, it was just fun to see us be so consumed with something that we shared together. I've played sports most of my life, but I've never found a passion for something that much. And I didn't think I could like something more than tennis. So that was a surprise. And so our family comes from a tennis background, so the shots were pretty natural, but we had to learn the fundamentals and the basic pickleball, and especially the soft game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were definitely bangers.
That seems to be a trend with tennis players, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Ella, congratulations on being the first Junior PPA Triple Crown female winner. That's so
Thank
exciting.
you.
How does it feel? You just made history. How are you feeling after this accomplishment?
It felt really cool because there's so many talented junior players out there, and I got to meet them all and achieve the accomplishment. And I know that there's going to be many others, but I'm excited that I got to be the first girl to do it. And I feel like people supported me a lot through it, and I'm really grateful for that.
And for your mom, Angie, what was that like, watching your little girl make history?
Well, obviously, I'm very proud and very excited for her. I think that the support pouring in for her was very appreciated, and it made it that much sweeter. Ella comes from a history of like a lot of medical issues, so she spent a lot of years in the hospital. To see her from being in a hospital bed to on the court, just looking strong and powerful and mentally tough, was very emotional for me. And we were very close, so I just felt very, very happy for her. And it's just cool for her to make pickleball history, because we stepped on to this like pickleball journey together, not expecting very much. So it's just neat to see her make her mark in pickleball.
May I ask what the medical history was, if you want to share?
Ever since I was small, I had a lot of issues with my stomach, and one of the big things I had was they gave me a ileostomy bag. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's where they take your intestine and they sew it to the outside of your stomach, and then it cuts off your colon and you have to wear a bag. And that was helping me with my stomach issues. So I had a lot of surgeries through the years, but I wasn't allowed to play sports because it would cause issues like my intestine would fall out long, or
It's called
yeah.
a prolapse, where her intestine would fall out. And then we used to have to put sugar, like the doctor said, sprinkle sugar on it, and then it would shrink back in, or like take a Q-tip and press it back in. And we couldn't do that. And so we'd have to go back to the hospital.
Yeah.
And sometimes there'd be additional surgeries, or they'd have to try and push it back in somehow. It would like leak a lot, and then she would lose a lot of liquids, and then just be exhausted from that. But it started since she was a baby. And the year that we found pickleball was like when she finally had her last surgery to remove it. It was just kind of neat to transition from that into something like this big for us.
Because even with tennis before, I played it, but I never loved it because I always had pain in my stomach, and I felt uncomfortable doing sports. And like the rest of my family, my brother, he's super athletic, super talented. My parents, my mom's self-taught for tennis, and my dad and my mom, they used to play tennis together at a pretty high level. and I was never able to get there. And that always made me sad, but I found other joys in art and stuff. But once I started playing pickleball, I really fell in love with sports.
Yeah, I kind of accepted that Ella might not be able to do sports as she was growing up, but she is has a lot of interest and she's very gifted at the things that she does, just like art and just kind of being very scholastically talented and being like creating friendships and having business ideas. Now we see that she's also very, very athletic and excelling at it. So.
That's amazing. What a great story. I can see why it was such an emotional experience for you as the mom, to see like this is where we started. I, never thinking that there was going to be an athletic, ability to connect, especially with the two of you. I mean, that's awesome. So that's so great. What a great story. Thank you for sharing that. Tell me a little bit more about Ella. What kind of pros, do you have a favorite pro? Do you want to emulate anybody? Do you love anyone's serve or third shot drop, anything like that?
I think that there's so many wonderful pros out there, and I love watching all of them. And even at the San Clemente tournament, I went up to a bunch of them, asked for pictures, and they were really nice, and they took their time even when they had to go to a match. I do gotta say that a pro that I really love to watch and I respect a lot is Georgia Johnson, because she's a really talented player. She's a junior. She plays, it looks like family is really important to her. And she's always happy and sweet and nice when I ask to take a picture with her. I also really like Quang Duong because he's another Vietnamese player and he just puts so much work into his game. But there's so many pro players that I could name that I just love to watch and see their personalities.
And we also really admire Anna Lee and her mom. I mean, how can you not? She's just achieving so many great things at a young age and very mature and great composure and mental game on the court. And it's really neat to see that mom and daughter relationship as well.
Of course. So since on that topic, since you two play together, what is that dynamic like? Do you have any specific challenges or major advantages that you guys have found together playing?
I think that we've had a really special bond our entire life because when I was in the hospital, my mom was always there for me. We would have long conversations. Even when I was smaller, we'd stay up till 2 a.m. talking about life and emotions and everything, and she's always been there for me. So I feel like being on the court together is kind of a reflection of our relationship and bond because
Definitely.
We're still learning and growing together. We still have challenges with our dynamic on the court, but we always come back from it, reflect on it, and talk about what we can do better and what we can keep doing good.
Yeah, Ella said it perfectly. I feel like it's like a copy of our life, but we get to do it on the court.
Yeah.
And so we work through things together. Definitely, we're both very competitive, and so we're competitive and driven, and so it gets very emotional. Obviously, if we're having a tough time. And I'm really proud of how we have conversations afterwards and we figure out how to grow and improve. And then the next tournament, we apply it and then we just keep, doing that over and over. And it's really special for me to share the court with Ella, obviously, because of our backstory. And I don't think a lot of parents get to share, sports with their kids in this way. So I know how lucky I am. But I also know it's not going to last very long because Ella's just getting so good. So pretty soon you'll see her with other players, and I'll be just as happy to cheer for her and support her from the sidelines. Yeah, it's been a really unique experience, and I'd have to say probably one of the greatest times of my life is right now. And I'm excited to just let the story unfold because it's just happened on its own. It's nothing that we've planned at all.
Well, some of the best things are unexpected, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, Ella, what's next for you? Do you plan on, going to another tournament and taking home another Triple Crown victory?
I think that would be really cool. We are gonna go play APP Denver in 2 weekends.
Yeah, we're leaving next Wednesday, so July 10th.
Yeah.
And Ella and I are playing that one together. And we're going to try and get a golden ticket. And we're going with some friends. And so we'll have the opportunity to play mixed as well. And we are talking about future tournaments. She's connecting with other juniors to try and coordinate. I mean, she's doing the coordination, and then I'm just doing the booking. And
you gotta give yourself some credit. My mom's always planning and planning practices and trips and everything. So
definitely, look out for Ella in the future, because she's going to continue to play tournaments. The first thing she wanted to do when she got off the plane was go play pickleball. I was like, really, you're not tired? So,
it's a good sign, though. And Ella, I also saw that you got a shout out from the King of the Court podcast with Jimmy Miller and Tyler Loon. What was that like?
That was really cool. I was really surprised because one of our friends from the local park we play at sent it to us, and he was like, she got a shout out. And I was watching it, and it was really cool to hear my name. And then they were also really funny because he was like, that was really sick, dude. And Tyler was like, did you just call her a dude? But that was really cool. So thank you to Jimmy for giving me a shout out there.
Yeah, so fun. The pickle sphere is so small and yet still so supportive, which is just the best. So, the more the merrier. And I was so excited to get a girl Triple Crown winner on the junior side. I was like, we need more girls. We need more like awesome youngsters who are champion the sport. So I'm so excited to see, where you go and what's next for you. So thank you so much. Thank you for taking some time to chat with me today. And this was awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for reaching out. It was really great to meet you.
Yeah, great chatting with you.
You guys have a good one.
You too. Happy 4th.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.